Give me a wave if you're all good there. I've got the curtains open, so it might be a little bit lighter than it was last time, but if you can all see me, that's great. So, Croeso nôl, welcome back everybody. Good afternoon, hope everyone's feeling fit and well. So we're going to get started with a gentle warm-up, so you can do this in seated or in standing. It's entirely up to you. You can change halfway through. If you're in standing, just make sure you've got a little bit of space around you to move. And we're just going to start off with a gentle walk on the spot. So you can do this standing freely, or you can hold on to a chair if you want to. Okay, so we're just going to get ourselves moving to begin with. And the aim of this is to just get the circulation going, get the blood moving around the body, warm ourselves up a little bit. It's a cold, miserable day today. I don't know how it is where you are, but it's pretty windy and rainy. That's good. So we're going to change the movement now to our side tap. So don't worry about the arms, just concentrate on your legs, just tapping side to side with the feet. So those of you that have done the class before know the format. We're going to start off nice and easy and work our way into the exercises. If you're new to joining us today, then first of all, welcome. This is a gentle exercise class, so you can go as hard as you want to, but you can also take it easy if you prefer. Right, let's tap forwards with the toes, reaching out and back. You can do all these movements in the chair if you are sitting down. You might find that you're going to have a little less movement, a little bit less mobility if you're sitting down, but you can still do the same movements. Okay, let's go back to a bit of a march again, but we're going to add the arms in now. We're going to think about picking our feet up a bit higher. Raising those feet, that's good. So we're going to do similar to last Tuesday, where we're going to be doing a minute of each exercise, alternating between aerobic and some strength. Okay, let's go back to the side taps again. This time we can add the arms. So we will add these movements into the main session as well, so good to get familiar with them. That's good. So find a nice steady tempo that you can do. All right, let's go back to a march again. And then next exercise we're going to do is tapping the heels forwards with a push. So the heel dig exercise. So when you're ready, join in. We're going to tap forwards. We're going to push forwards with the arms. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Looking good. Well done. So if you do find yourself just getting lost with the exercises and you're not too sure, just take a minute and then join back in when you're ready. Okay, let's go for 3 more, 2, and 1. Okay, little march again. Let's see if we can pick those feet up a bit higher. And after this march, we're going to start loosening off the joints. We'll start with the lower back today, doing our side bend exercise. So you can do this in standing, you can do it sitting in the chair. If you are doing it sitting, then just make sure that you're following the chair leg and not your own. And obviously careful not to lean too far to the side. So those of you in standing, we're going to settle down the feet and take our feet a bit wider. We're going to rest our hands on the side of our legs, nice tall spine, and we're going to reach down towards the knee. We're going to pause at the side, come back up to the center, reach down the other side, and then back up to the middle. Let's go for 2 more on each side. So what we're doing here is we're mobilizing the lower back and a little bit of stretching going on as well. You might feel those muscles on the side having a gentle stretch. It's a really functional movement. It's going to help you reach down for things. If, like me, you're always dropping things, you're reaching down to pick them up. Right, let's bring those feet back in. A little bit of a wiggle with the feet. And then we'll tap those toes to the side again. Add the arms if you want to. So this little warm-up routine that we're doing, you can do it every day if you want to. It's a short 10 to 15-minute warm-up. It just gets the circulation moving, gets you going, gets you moving. Okay, so we're going to settle in the middle now with the arms and feet. Feet a little bit wider, We're going to turn our hands up to the ceiling as if we're holding onto that tray, soft knees, elbows tucked in, and we're going to twist around to the side. Come back to the center, round to the other side, back to the center. Good. So let's keep going and try and keep those hips facing forwards. No cheating. I'm watching. That's good. So again, another good movement to do. It's going to help you reach around, roll over. Okay, last one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep the feet where they are, and we'll just go with the arms now. So nice big arm marches. That's it, good. Or maybe you're using your trekking poles or ski poles. That's good. Nice forward and backwards movement. Loosening off the shoulders. Our next mobility exercise is going to be our shoulder circles, our shoulder rolls. So let's settle down the arms. Rest the arms on the sides. We're going to lift up our shoulders. We're shrugging them up to the ears, pulling the shoulders back and sinking those shoulders down. Let's keep going. We're going to go for 4 more nice big movements up, back and down. And we want to circle backwards as this promotes a better posture. That's good. Up, back and down. So this is a really nice exercise to do if you've been sitting at a desk, or perhaps you've been doing one of your hobbies, where you're crouched forwards. Last circle, and then we're going to settle down. Right, let's do the figure of 8 movement now with the arms. Sticking with the upper body. So it's a good idea to keep the knees a little bit soft. Keep those hips facing forwards, and try and add a nice big figure of 8 movement, rotation of the spine. That's it. Looking good. Right, so we're going to go for 3, 2, 1, and settle down. Okay, so let's bring those feet back in. We're going to have a little walk on the spot. Hopefully you're all feeling a bit looser, a bit warmer. And we're going to go straight into an aerobic exercise to begin with. So that means we're going to be working to get ourselves out of breath. It's up to you how breathless you get, but what I would advise is that you stick between, if you're thinking of a scale between 1 and 10, thinking about 6, possibly 7 on that scale. So we're not really breathless, and we're not as if we're not doing anything. So kind of in the middle. So the first exercise we'll do is the heel dig, the pushing the heels forwards. Got the timer ready? So 3, 2, 1, off we go. We're pushing out and back, out and back. So you can make the movements small, or you can make the movements big. Bigger movements are going to be more energetic, and that's going to get you feeling a bit more puffed out. That's good. So the type of feeling that we're looking for is if we've all walked up a big hill, haven't we? We've all walked up a set of steps. When you get to the top, sometimes you feel a bit puffed, but you're still able to talk. That's good. It takes more than a set of steps to keep me quiet. Quite good at talking. Right, so how are we doing for time? We've got 20 seconds left, so if you're feeling quite good, feel free to speed up the movements a little bit, add a bit more rhythm. That's good. Nice deep breath as we're exercising. Keep going. Almost there. And stop. Okay, we're going to go straight into another aerobic exercise. We're going to tap to the side. So that looks like this, like we did for the warm-up. Are we ready? Okay, off we go. So I'm going to be mean again this week. We're going to do 2 aerobic exercises back to back. Like I said earlier, if you do feel you need a break, have a small break and join back in. As long as we're moving, I'm happy. That's good. So with this exercise, imagine there's a button or a spot on either side of you, and you're trying to reach for that button or that spot. Arms you can do with whatever you like with the arms. You can push them out to the side. You can march them forwards if you want to. So after this exercise, we're going to have a little bit of an active recovery. We'll do some strength or some strength endurance. So we're going to need our tins or our weights. 3, 2, 1. There we go. A little bit of a wiggle with those feet. Feel free to get yourself a drink if you need to. So our first strength exercise we're going to do today is the upright row movement. So you need your weights or tins. But if you don't want to use anything, you can just do the movements without. So the exercise is starting with the hands in front, palms facing you. You're going to lift your hands up towards your chin and have your elbows higher than your wrists. And then you're going to come down with control. Okay, are we all ready? Off we go. So we're lifting and lowering down. Some of you might have some restrictions on your mobility. So stick to what you can do comfortably. And what we want to have is the arms level as we go up, as in the elbows at the right height. We don't want to have one arm up here and one down here. Okay, so try and go up about the same. That's good. And the exercise is working the muscles on the side of the shoulders. And you'll also feel it across the top of the back as well. So it's quite a useful movement to do. Sometimes we need to pull something up from a low height to a higher level. Maybe lifting up your shopping onto the counter. So it's a good exercise to do. Nearly there now. Last couple if we can. And there we go. Right, let's pop those weights to one side. Whilst we're waiting, just give those feet a bit of a wiggle. And our next exercise we're going to do is the march and turn exercise. So we're going to march and we're going to change direction. So let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get those knees up. Big knee lifts. Keep going. Let's count you down. 3, 2, 1. Let's march round to the side. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Keep those knees up. 3, 2, 1. Round to the other side. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Back to the front. How are we feeling? Are we okay? Let's go again. 3, 2, 1. Round to the side. 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. 3, 2, 1. To the other side. And 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. And we'll slow it down there. Just keep those feet wiggling. Our next exercise is heels towards your bottom. So a good idea to hold on for this one. I'm going to use the back of the chair. And the exercise is to bring the heel back and down. Okay, are we ready? Off we go. So we're bending at the knee and we're aiming to kick our bottom. We don't have to. And if you want to add your arms in, you can row them in towards the waist. Pulling those arms in. If you feel a bit unsteady, then don't worry about the arms. Just concentrate on the legs. And you can go at a nice steady tempo or a little bit faster if you want to work harder. That's good. Keep it going. We are almost there. We've got 20 seconds left to go. Keep breathing. So after this exercise, we're going to go back to the strength. And we're going to do a push exercise. So you either need your band or we're going to use the wall. Okay, and rest there. So give your feet a wiggle. So we're going to do a chest press exercise now. So grab your band if you've got one. If you haven't got a band, then we're going to do wall presses. Lowering ourselves towards the wall, pushing away. With the band, it goes around our back Feet a little bit wider so you feel balanced, and we push forward and come back with control. Okay, so get yourself into position. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So whether you're doing the exercise with the wall or with the band, try and make sure that you have control over the exercise and you're not allowing that, that band to ping back. Okay, so we want to push forwards and then come back with control. So I think 1 or 2 of you are doing the wall press. So with that exercise, we want to keep the body nice and straight. So we're lowering with control and we push away. Hands should be roughly hip height, shoulder height and shoulder width. Don't do it hip height. And also we want to be pushing out without locking the arms as well. So we've got 20 seconds left to go. You'll start to feel this exercise working your your triceps, the back of your arms, the front of your shoulders, and your chest as well. And pushing is really important to be able to do. So whether you're opening a door or moving something like a trolley, you need to be able to push. Okay, so we're going to stop there. Well done. Put your band to the side if you've been using it. Give your feet a bit of a wiggle. Feel free to get a drink. All right, so our next exercise is side steps. So make sure you've got plenty of room for this exercise. Okay, lots of space around you. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So any direction you want, we're going to step across, side, side, side to side. Depending on how much room you've got, you can make that step really big, or you can make it small. You can add your arms if you want to. That's it, good. If you like, imagine that you're ice skating, you're pushing across. So side-stepping exercise or side-stepping movement, again, another important one to be good with. Sometimes being able to take that quick step to the side can help save us from having a big wobble. But sometimes we need to be able to move sideways to move out the way of somebody or something. That's good. Nearly there. Okay, so we're going to start the exercise there. A little bit of a wiggle with the feet. Our next one is taps back. So again, I'm going to hold on to the top of the chair. You can use the wall if you want to. And we're tapping back, together, back, together. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So this time, we are tapping backwards with the toes, keeping the body nice and tall again. And if you want to do something with the arms, you can push them as you're tapping backwards. That will take a little bit more balance to do. So do be careful if you decide to let go. That's good, keep it going. Try and see if you can speed up the exercise if you're feeling your breathing is all right. Not too breathless though, make sure you can still talk. How are we doing for time? We're nearly there, 10 seconds to go. Oh, this minute's a long minute. Okay, and stop there. Well done. Let's give those feet a wiggle. So next exercise we're going to do, we're going to work the legs. So you've got 2 options. Number 1 is to do a knee bend, which I'd recommend for those that have got slightly iffy knees. Okay, so the knee bend, feet a bit wider, got hip width, sticking your bottom out, coming down and pushing back up again. Those that have got okay knees, we're going to do a sit to stand. So we're going to go all the way down and push all the way back up. Okay, so you decide which one's best for you. You can change halfway through if you want to. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we want to keep a nice steady tempo with this one, and remember to pace yourself. You've got a minute of these to do, so we don't want to go too fast. If you're doing the sit to stand exercise like me, Try and have a pause at the bottom and then come back up. So no rocking on the chair. That's good. And if you want to make this really, really hard, then we come down, we touch our bottom, and then we push back up. So it's a bit more of a squat movement. That's good, keep going. So those of you doing the knee bend exercise, you want to really focus, really concentrate on sticking that bottom back. Okay, we want to make sure that we're not tucking our knees forwards, bottom back, push up through the heels. Let's see if we can get a couple more in. Time is nearly up. Okay, and rest there, right. Got enough time to do a couple more maybe, because we're going to finish off with some boxing. So make sure if you're standing, you've got plenty of room around you, feet a bit wider. Okay, we're going to make some fists. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we're going to go forwards to begin with. Not too fast with this one. Not too fast. If our shoulders are okay, let's go a bit higher. So head height, shoulder height if we can. Let's go back down. Let's go back up again. Good, back down. And then to the sides. Reaching across to the sides. Nice and strong. Good. Okay, let's go back in front again. Let's go back up, 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 down, down, down. Keep going. Right, we've got 20 seconds left. For the last 10, I want you to go as fast as you can. Are you ready? Off we go. So as fast as you can. Keep going, keep going. Looking good. Nearly there. Last few seconds. And stop there, well done. Shake out those arms. Okay, let's bring those feet back in. Our last aerobic exercise we're going to do today is we're going to do some taps forwards with a bicep curl. Okay, so we're tapping the toes forwards and we're adding a bicep curl like this. Okay, are we ready? Off we go. So just a variation of movements. But hopefully after that boxing exercise, that really got your heart rate up. Feeling like you're huffing and puffing. That's good. So after this exercise, we're going to finish off with one more strength. We're going to do the calf strengthener, or calf raises. Really good one to do. We need those strong lower legs. Really good for our circulation as well. Well done, everyone's looking really good with these. 10 out of 10 for effort. Well done. How are we doing for time there? Okay, right. So we're going to stop there, just have a little walk on the spots. So the last exercise, like I said, is calf raises, calf strengthening exercise. So you want to hold on to something. I'm going to use the back of the chair. Your feet should be roughly hip width apart. And as you push up onto your toes, try and push up on the big toe and the one next to it, okay? Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we're pushing up. We're going to pause and then slowly lower down. So I'm just using that chair for support, as in for balance. I'm not using it to put my weight on at all. So try and use those muscles in your lower legs. This is a tough exercise to do for a minute, I will admit. So if you need to have a moment just to wiggle your feet, that's fine. How are you finding this one? I'm curious. Is it easy? Is it tough? So we're in the middle. It does tend to sneak up on you, this one. Starts off okay, and then it really starts to get you towards the end. We've got 10 seconds left, so let's see if we can get at least 3 or 4 in. Okay, let's go for one more. Well done. Okay, let's give those feet a wiggle. So we're going to start off winding things down now with a gentle cool down and some stretches. So what I'd like you to do is, in standing, we're just going to start off with a little walk on the spot. Don't worry too much about swinging those arms, and you don't need to lift your feet too high. So is everyone feeling okay? Give me a wave. You all right? Excellent. Okay, let's change to some side taps, nice and steady. So the reason we do this at the end of exercise is to try and slow that heart rate down a little bit. We don't want to stop suddenly if the heart's beating really quickly. So try and wind it down a little bit. Okay, so next we're going to do a little bit of paddling with the feet. So just paddling the feet, the heels up and down. That's good. So this is a nice exercise to do if you find that you've been sitting for a while as well. So doing some of these, getting up and standing, doing some of these just helps get that circulation going. And if you do get dizzy when you stand up, don't forget to do some of these. Okay, so let's move on to our calf stretch. So we're going to hold on to something, take one leg back, get that heel down to the floor. Check that your toes are pointing forwards, really important for this stretch. And I'm going to bend the front knee and press that heel down to the ground. That's good. So really push it down. Think about your breathing now. So deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, these stretches can be done daily. I would recommend a warm-up first, some kind of pulse raiser first, just to get your muscles a bit warmer. Swap over. So if you are going for daily walks, then try and add in a couple of stretches at the end when you come home. Don't know how many of you will be going out for a walk today. It's not looking too inviting, are there? Skin's waterproof, though, remember that. Okay, let's bring the feet together. Quick little wiggle, and then we'll sit down. So we'll do the hamstring exercise next, hamstring stretch. Back of your thighs. So we want to be sat at the front of the chair, front third of the chair. Not too close, don't move too far on the edge. And then we want to straighten one leg forward, heel on the floor, toes down, and then both hands on the bent knee to support the back. So we're going to lift the head and chest up slowly, and then lean into the stretch. So we want to feel a nice pull here. We don't want to be feeling anything in our back, just in the back of the leg here. So again, we're going to hold this stretch for a few seconds. And then we'll swap over. So if you do any of this stretching at home, then there's nothing stopping you doing 2 or 3 sets of the stretch and maybe holding the stretch for slightly longer, so about 30 seconds. In the class, we generally cut it down to about 15, 20 seconds and only do one just for time reasons. Okay, let's bring that leg back and then stretching the chest as always. Sitting at the front of the chair, we're going to drop the arms down and then bring them back behind us. Aiming to hold onto the back of the chair if you can, pushing that chest forwards. So again, if you are somebody that's maybe working from home, or if you do anything in seated for prolonged periods, then every 30 minutes or so, maybe come to the front of your chair and have a go at doing this. Just opening up your chest a little bit more, helping to stretch those muscles that can get tight. Okay, then we're going to finish off now stretching the back of the arm, the tricep. So sitting nice and tall, take one arm over the same side, same shoulder. We're going to ease the arm back a little bit further, and we're going to hold it there, looking to feel a nice stretch down the back of the arm. Okay, and then we can stretch up. And we'll bring the arm down gently and change sides. So we talk about the benefits of these exercises. And this one that we're doing now is going to help you do exactly what you're doing. So reaching over your shoulder. So that may help you with washing your hair, may help you with dressing. We want to keep those joints as mobile as we can. All right, let's bring those arms down. And then we'll give those shoulders a nice big circle back. There we are, down everybody. Well done, give yourselves a clap, well done. Everyone feeling okay? Yeah. Feel free to unmute yourself now if you want to talk. You don't have to, you can shoot off if you need to.